So I think everybody should have the opportunity to go into space, but currently, right now, it's not available for everybody to go. But we have now set the stage for anyone that wants to go into space to go into space. We now have private interests in what's happening in low Earth orbit, particularly in the International Space Station, has opened up all sorts of possibilities. So all of you in this room, I'm just looking at your age group, you have been born in a world where we have been in space, where we lived in space, where we've had people in space 24/7. I grew up, and some of us here that are on the older side grew up, that was not the case. So the possibilities are really endless.
How many of you would like to go to space?
I love it.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Do it. You can do it.
Good.
Good question.
In space, you're away from family and in a new environment. How are you physically and emotionally affected? How do you deal with being homesick?
I haven't even been back on Earth for a year yet. And that's just a sentence that starts with, I haven't been back on Earth. It's pretty cool. And the isolation is one piece. I live in this pressurized can, a big can in space, because right on the outside, it's, really hot or really cold and there's no air, right? So the fact that you're isolated doesn't mean that you have to be disconnected. And so the connection to your family is something NASA takes very seriously.
Okay, so I said 2 The video just doesn't do it justice. It is pretty amazing, though.
One of the most amazing things about his mission was that Stephanie organized a Zoom call for us, all of the Black astronauts, to talk to Victor while he gave us the tour through the space station on an iPad. And he was in space at the same time that, we were coming with the deliberations of George Floyd, and we had all these things that we were thinking about down here on the planet with COVID, but having this connection with our brothers and family and people helped us all get through things.
What boundaries did you have to overcome becoming an astronaut, and what did you ever struggle in school at any moment in time?
I lost my hearing in a training accident. I was completely deaf, and the doctors told me that I would never fly in space. And my hearing started to slowly come back in my right ear, but only in the speaking frequencies. And they said, you're medically disqualified, you won't fly. But I've always believed that if you keep trying, like the little engine that could, I think I can. Your mind has a way, I'm not a neuroscientist, but your mind has a way of fixing your body, if you believe in it enough. You need doctors, you need other people, but you have a great stake in helping prepare yourself by the way that you have your outlook.
Bernard, I thought it would be good for you to talk about, having a vision and thinking about where do you want to go in life.
So when I did my spacewalk, I guess it was many years ago, it was the first time that an African-American had done a spacewalk. It had been 30 years since the first time that we had done a spacewalk.
Dr. Harris, tomorrow you're to become the first African-American to walk in space. How significant a first for that is for you is that personally?
Well, Brian, for me, it really is a personal achievement, a great personal achievement, one that I've looked for a long time. And I think it's kind of ironic that during this month, this is Black History Month, that we're celebrating the contributions that African Americans have made to this country.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
And thank you to all the participants from the European Space Agency station. We are now resuming operational audio communications.
was true. So what can I say to you that will inspire you? And maybe this statement, I believe that there are three things that I know about everybody in this room. Three things. And if you adhere to these three things, you can accomplish whatever you want to do in life. Those three things make it possible for you to do anything. The first thing that I believe, and believe in you, is that I believe that everyone is born multi-potential with the ability to do anything that they want to do in life, anything. You have to figure out what that is. You have to discover that very early, as we all did. Number two, I believe that
done successfully. Cruise 6, sorry, Cruise 6. And
Too many.
so fast. Okay, Steve, Sultan, Woody, Andrei. My congratulations. We had a lot of nice moment during our flight. At least we had 10 EVAs in half year. I think it's very amazing result. And I want to say thank you so much for your friendship, supporting. We work together everywhere. Very, very good. And I wish you safe returning to Earth, and I'm looking forward to meet you on Earth as friends, like we had it here on station, and exactly we have to meet together for celebrating our returning. Easy rehabilitation, and good luck. See you on Earth.
And thank you, Sergey. And we greatly appreciate you all have been incredible hosts, Sergey, Dima, and Frank. You were here when we got here, well experienced. You carried us along. You've been an incredible example for us to follow, and a great teachers. And I think we've learned a lot from you and your crew as you continue your mission. You know, Crew 7 is here now. They will learn from you and carry on all the great work that you've helped us do along the way. When we showed up here 6 months ago, it was a new experience for all of us. I'd been to space, but I'd never been on a long duration mission. And this has been an absolutely incredible experience. And it's been a great opportunity to watch my amazing crewmates as they've come along, and looking forward to everything that they'll be doing in the future. And we'll see each other all back on Earth at some point the next 6 months to a year. Hopefully you guys sooner. And I'll pass it over to Woody.
Thanks, Steve. Well, it's certainly been the experience of a lifetime and a real honor to get to spend 6 months, 6 incredibly short feeling months living and working aboard this incredible orbiting outpost. I think we got a lot done. We started off with SpaceX 27 right away, a cargo vehicle full of science. Later, we had the SpaceX 28 mission as well. We welcomed a visiting Axiom crew on board. We did 3 spacewalks amongst our Crew 6. We birthed the Cygnus vehicle. We did a lot of maintenance, and hopefully we're leaving the space station just a little bit better than we found it. I definitely want to recognize Frank, Sergey, and Dima. As Steve mentioned, you guys had an unexpected failure of one of the spacecraft up here well into your mission, and you were extended from 6 months to a year, and you guys have handled that situation with incredible grace. Frank, as the USOS lead, has been such an amazing leader, and I will just always remember how you guys handled that situation. And thanks for all the wonderful times, many great chess games, Sergey. It's been a lot of fun. So we're definitely looking forward to our return. And for me, as a rookie flyer, the final part of that unique life experience, decelerating from 17,500 miles an hour down to hopefully a great splashdown.
You want to speak? Well, thanks, Steve. Thanks, Woody. And Sergey, thanks so much for your leadership. Thanks for the wonderful time we spent here. Amazing time. 6 months. It felt really quick. As you mentioned, guys, we did a lot. We did EVAs, science, maintenance. We had fun. We had a good outreach with many people around the world. So it was really amazing, especially for my region. I come from a place where the space flights, human space flights, were stopped for more than 30 years. And I felt that I'm responsible, obligated to show what's happening on board the station. I think it's a small boost towards spreading the enthusiasm in our region. I can't be really happier with the time I was here doing everything possible, and it was really incredible time. And I would like to thank also Dima for the wonderful times as well. Special thanks to Frank, an incredible leader, incredible friend and host, and basically everything was wonderful. And we always get to answer some questions if we want to fly together again. And I always say 100%. I would love to do it again. And for the newcomers, enjoy every part of it. It's amazing. It's kind of an experience of a lifetime. I know Andy and Satoshi arrived to this place before, but I think every time you can find something interesting to do, and especially looking down to earth. And allow me to say a few words in Arabic. شكرا للجميع، شكرا لكل من ساعدنا في إنجاز المهمة هذه 6 أشهر. حقيقة من الأبحاث العلمية والأشياء اللي سويناها على متن المحطة كانت جدا رائعة. شاركنا المجتمع علوم الفضاء وأهمية الفضاء، وليش نحن نروح للفضاء كبشرية. نحن نعمل هنا كعائلة وحدة لأهداف سامية، وهي منفعة البشرية. الحمد لله الله وفقنا في قضاء 6 أشهر، كانت سريعة، ولكن هذه مش النهاية. راح تتبعها بإذن الله مهمات أخرى في المستقبل القريب، وتابعونا وبنستمر كذلك في نشر العلوم لما نرجع للأرض، ونشوفكم إن شاء الله على خير. شكرا جزيلا.
So how to add something? You told about all things, but I would like to say thank you MCC Houston, Munich, Tsukuba, Huntsville, Moscow. Thank you for your support. Sometimes we had a problem, but you all time can help us. And also, I would like to say thank you our families, our friends who support us too. Yeah. Thank you. И по-русски, да. Спасибо. Ну, действительно, очень сложно добавить что-то ко всему вышеизложенному, потому что очень много ребят все сказали, поэтому я хочу сказать большое спасибо всем, особенно всем ЦУПам, всем тем, кто управлял, помогал нам в работе. Вам большое спасибо. Даже когда у нас были какие-то трудности, вы всегда нам приходите на помощь. Без вас, конечно, было бы гораздо тяжелее. Ну, и летать, конечно, совсем практически невозможно. Вот. И также большое спасибо нашим семьям и друзьям, близким, коллегам, кто просто поддерживал нас все эти полгода в нашей нелегкой работе. Спасибо.
All right, Crew 6, amazing job. Steve, Woody, Sultan, Andre. We are all honored to have flown with you guys. You guys truly exemplified the professionalism that all of our agencies strive for. And most importantly, you're all amazing human beings, like just great people. This was a fun 6 months. And yeah, we're going to miss you guys, but we're looking forward to seeing you back on Earth. Great job.
Good wave.
Christian face.
Thank you, Station, and especially Crew 6. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications. Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is Station. I'm ready.
European Space Agency and the participants, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Men i hvert fald vest for. Nu ser vi altså billeder af Andreas. Jeg har ikke fået et endeligt go til, jeg kan tale med ham endnu, men jeg sidder selvfølgelig spændt her og venter på.
There are images of Andreas.
Andreas, kan du høre, der er idéer her? Han ser strålende ud.
They have connection with Andreas.
Og
he looks weightless.
Vi får en tommel op for ham. Det er en
we're getting a thumbs up from him. It's a very nice start.
Jeg er nødt til at sige, hvor er det
Hi, Andreas.
dejligt at se dig.
It's so good to see you. We are very many people who have followed your launch closely. Please tell us about your experience when you heard the countdown and the rocket takes off.
Hej Josefine, og hej alle, der
Hi,
ser med.
Josefine.
Velkommen
Hi, everybody who watches. Welcome on board the International Space Station.
Kan være, synes jeg.
It's one of the most fantastic places you can be.
Jeg tror, det er over Stillehavet, lidt vest fra
We are over the Pacific Ocean,
og har helt utrolig udsigt.
a little north of the Atlantic coast.
Være heroppe.
There is a great view. I'm so happy to be here.
Selvom jeg
The launch was an amazing experience. I was a little surprised.
Men der var en sensorer, som
I don't know how much you followed.
lidt underlige udslag. Og
There were some events. Mission Control used a lot of minutes trying to find out.
Så vi sad med spænding.
We were waiting in excitement to be launched. And when we finally got launched, it was such a fantastic experience.
Kraftfuld, men også meget, meget
It was very, very powerful,
det var som at blive
but also very quiet.
af en elastik nærmest.
It was like being shut up in a elastic band.
Andreas, og du ligner jo en, der bare er hjemme i dit vante habitat.
You look like someone who is so at home. Please speak to us and let us know how it was to arrive. And how was it to be weightless and float around on the space station? That was a terrific experience. The trip up here was very nice. It took about 30 hours. We had so much time to relax. We could look out the window, look at our beautiful blue planet, and sleep and be ready. It's always something to look forward to when you arrive at the space station. It's a huge place, lots of room. And it's fun to be here. It also looks fun. It's not just me asking questions tonight. We have so many questions from the Danish people. And one of them, we want to know, is the missing your wife and your 3 children that you sent a greeting to? How was it to speak to them from space?
Jamen, det er dejligt selvfølgelig at kunne
That was so nice. It's so nice to be able to call home. I can call home every day and talk to them. There's a very good opportunity to stay in contact because that is something that will make the next 6 to 8 months easier for me. And also for them. I'm going to pass the word to someone who can ask you a question directly. This is Mia. She's fascinated with space and the universe, and she's also a priest. Here you go, Mia. Hi, Andreas.
Jeg vil gerne stille dig et spørgsmål. Jeg har altid været
I'd like to ask you a question. I'm so fascinated by space. I never got there myself. I'm a priest. I'm very fascinated with the big questions of the universe. Now you are all the way out there. How does it feel existentially as a human being to be that far away?
Ja, det er et interessant spørgsmål, fordi
That's an interesting question.
så langt væk. Vi er jo kun 400 kilometer over.
On the one side, we're not that far away, only 400 kilometers above the surface of the Earth.
Så man kan sige, det er jo ikke så langt væk, men alligevel så
It's not that far away, but it feels like a very far distance, especially when we look out the window and look at our blue planet and the thin blue line protecting all life on planet. We are all the way out here where we shouldn't be able to survive, but thanks to our technology, we have made space into a place we can be and exist, and that is amazing and shows how great people are. You have to hear from another. A little guy, Storm, he's 7 years old, and he's your biggest fan.
Hi, Andreas.
Hi, Andreas.
Hej.
Kan man slå en koldkridt?
Hej.
Kan man slå
Det kan jeg
en
sagtens. Det er noget af det
rummet?
fedeste. Det kan jeg sagtens. Det er noget af det fedeste.
I can.
Andreas, your mic is off.
Noget af det mest fantastiske ved at være her.
Some of the most fantastic being up here in space. There is nothing called up or down. You're on the floor and working, but you can stand on the ceiling and work, and it doesn't matter. That's why the space station looks the way it does. There are cables and equipment all over. We can work on the walls. We can work on the floor.
Det ser rigtig fedt ud, det der. Og Tina Ebsen,
It looks so amazing.
interesseret i det stykke arbejde, Andreas.
So many are interested in the work that Andreas has to be. Andreas, it's good to see you in space again. I would like to ask the nerdy question. When you have to do research, could you try to describe how this happens? And how do you start up a project and how do you finish it? Or until you finish it.
Det er jo en kompliceret
What
proces.
happens?
Altså,
That is a complicated process.
Jeg er uddannet forsker, så
Although I am a research by training, I'm doing research on behalf of a lot of different researchers
men også i Europa.
In Denmark, but also in Europe and Japan. And there's so many different trials.
Procedurer, jeg får checklister.
There I get so many procedures and checklists and what I have to do. It can be anything from
og så tænde for knappen, og så for det senere, eller det kan være noget så kompliceret,
putting up the equipment, just turning on the button and turning it off.
Hvor jeg selv skal for eksempel tage blod.
Or I
så det
have to take blood sampling from subjects.
Men jeg har heldigvis procedurer
Some projects are very complex, but I have procedures for everything.
Masser af fede forskningseksperimenter, så venter der altså også
There are so many amazing research experiments,
kan du ikke lige
and
prøve at fortælle os, hvad du ser
you will be becoming a commander on the space station. Can you let us know how you feel about that new venture? That's a little difficult to boil down. There are so many things I look forward to in the next 6 months. Just to live and work here, look out the window. Even if I've been here for 5 days now, I haven't had time to look out the window much. We've been so busy. I also just look forward to being with my colleagues. We've got a lot of fun here.
Så der er så mange gode oplevelser at se frem til.
There are so many good experiences to look forward to.
Når du siger, I hygger jer om aftenen, hvad er det, I foretager?
So I have to hear, what are you doing together in the evening? Are you doing some fun games now that you're weightless?
Ja, det sker da, at vi leger med maden. Altså,
It happens
vi
that
hygger os
we
ofte
play with our
bare ved
food,
at sidde, eller
but
flyve
we're also
rundt og
just
svæve rundt om bordet sammen og spise,
flying
og tale
around
med hinanden,
together, speaking
lege
with
med
each
maden,
other, playing with
og
the
så bare
food,
tale om hvad vi har
and
oplevet i løbet af
just
dagen,
talk
om vi har
about
set
what
noget
we've
spændende ud af
experienced during the
vinduet.
day. If we've seen something exciting outside the
Andreas, nu er
window.
du på rumstation. Det skal være dit hjem det næste
Andreas, now
halve
you,
år. Har du følelsen af,
the
at
space
du føler
station
dig
has to
hjemme,
be your
selvom
home
du
for
er
the
ude
next
i
6
rummet?
months. Do you feel at home even if you are in space?
Det gør jeg helt sikkert, altså. For hver dag,
Absolutely.
falder jeg mere og
For
mere
every
til rette.
day,
Altså, det tager altid lidt
I
tid,
feel more and more at
at
home. It
finde
takes
sin plads
some
heroppe.
time to adjust
Og som I kan se her, altså,
up here. And as
det
you can
roder
see,
lidt, og det er
it's
svært
a little
at
messy,
finde ting. Men med
and
hver
it's
dag,
hard to find things.
så lærer jeg,
But
hvor
from
alting er.
for each
Og jeg
day,
har
I
også
learn
min
where
lille
everything is.
sovekabine, som jeg jo ikke
I
havde
have my own
sidst.
little sleeping
Så satte jeg bare
cabin.
min sovepose fast, eller spændte den bare
So I
fast
just
her på loftet.
tied my
Og så
my
sov
sleeping
her i
bag
laboratoriet,
to the
men
ceiling
dengang,
and
der har jeg min
slept
egen
in the lab.
sovekabine
But this time I
med
have
lidt
my
frihed, så det
own
er også rart.
little pod with a little
Andreas, der
freedom,
er
so
mange
that's nice.
danskere, som er helt vildt interesseret i dit allerbedste
A lot of
trick her
Danish
på
people
rumstationen.
are
Har du noget at lære noget?
very interested in tricks that you've learned.
Nej, altså jeg bliver
No.
bedre og bedre til at svæve
Well, I
og
get
flyve
better and
og
better
ikke
at floating
at ramme
around
ind i væggene. Men altså
and
bare
not
det at
hit
kunne
the
gøre sådan
walls.
her, ikke?
But
Og
just
så
to
se
be able
tingene
to
på
do this
en helt ny måde, det er
and
fascinerende.
see
Det er
things
det
in a
virkelig.
completely
Og det
different
kræver
way,
jo ikke særlig meget. Og
that doesn't
nu skal jeg lige passe på, at jeg ikke
demand
skal
much from me.
fast i nogle ledninger her, men
But I
altså
just
bare
have to
svæve rundt sådan der, det er
be
utroligt sjovt.
careful not to get stuck in cables. Just floating around is really fun.
Men altså, det ser jo sjovt ud, Andreas. Jeg
That
skal
looks
lige
so much fun.
høre her, hvad kommer du til at savne allermest ved det, vi har tilgængeligt hernede på jorden?
What do you miss most of what we have here on Earth?
Jamen altså, jeg savner selvfølgelig min familie
I miss
og mine venner.
my family,
Og så
of
også
course,
bare
and
det
my
at kunne
friends,
komme ud i naturen,
and just
ikke?
to
Og
be
gå
able
en
to
tur,
go out into nature, go for a
mærke
walk,
varmen fra
feel
solen,
the heat from the sun,
dufte den friske luft og så videre.
the fresh air.
Sterilt
We are in a very
laboratorium
sterile
heroppe, hvor der ikke er
lab up here.
så
There
meget
is
natur udover selvfølgelig,
no
hvad vi ser
nature
på jorden.
except what we can
Men
see
Andreas, noget af det, du
down on
har med
Earth.
dig i rummet, det er blandt andet en
Some of what
spilleliste
you've got
musik,
with
og jeg
you
ved, at du elsker sådan
is something you like to play music.
Jeg kan godt afsløre, at vi har en overraskelse,
I can
vi er med
reveal
til dig, fordi nu har
we
vi
have
snart
a
ikke
surprise
mere
for
tid
you
med dig. De 14 minutter
because we
er ved
almost
at
have
være
no
gået,
more
men vi synes jo også,
time
der
with
skal være
you.
plads til fornøjelser ude i
But
rummet,
we also
Andreas.
think
Så
there
vi
should
har
be time
lige
for
nu
pleasure in
noget
space.
til dig
So
direkte.
we have
Vi har
something for
spillet
you
fra toppen af det
directly
ud i rummet til
from
dig.
the
Så Andreas,
top
jeg vil
of
bare
our
lige sige,
hit list
inden jeg siger farvel,
of
tak
music
fordi
in
du havde
Denmark.
tid til at snakke med os.
Just
Det var en
before I
fornøjelse
say
at se dig.
goodbye,
Du må
thank you
love
so
at passe
much.
på dig selv.
It was
Og
a
så synes jeg
pleasure
bare,
to
du
talk
skal
to
læne
you.
dig
Take
tilbage,
care of yourself.
nyde det her øjeblik,
Lean
og hvis
back,
du kan lide det, så laver du lige en
sit back,
salto, eller sender
enjoy
en
this moment.
thumbs
And if
up,
you
fordi
like
nu
it,
har vi altså en
just,
direkte
you know,
overraskelse
make a
til dig. Pas på
salto,
dig selv,
spin around
Andreas.
in the air. Take care, Andreas.
Jamen, tusind tak. Det var dejligt at tale
Thank
med
you
dig.
so much. It
Og
was
jer alle
lovely to
sammen,
speak to you
der stillede spørgsmål.
and all of you who asked questions.
Det her, det vil lave om på alt. Det er begyndelsen til en ny tid. Så kommer man hjem og finder en kone, der har fået eget hus. Jeg havde ellers tænkt at leve og dø som proletar.
Hvad er en proletar?
Nej, det må vel ikke lære. Det er en, der ikke ejer noget.
Jeg kan mærke en stigende trang til at flå huden af. Vend lortet på prangen, frækker stranden som en usulkag. Mellem folk bader de remoulade op om fritter. Forstandens glitter, glamour blandet med dårlige snitter. Træt af at servere de rigsrør med luksusvarer. Eller lang bøffer over grillen til en muggen skar. Er farlige folk åbenbart er lige så brugt som mig. Med nul tolerance gemt i hjermet og en duft af nej proletar. Med det samme træningssæt som Rune har. Fodboldbakker gennem betonørken som en dromedar. Hjem til jordhuler, forbi bul med vennerne. Inden for kulden tilbage til livet, så vi glemmer det. For røgen ligger så tykt i bunden af lungerne. Spreder sig i systemet, så vi ikke kan mærke i hungerne. Jeg bader gennem tårerne til lyden af skrig fra mågerne. Håber det sidste gang jeg går i sko, der slidt til sålerne. Men glemmer, fuck at jeg klarer det fint indtil videre. For folk som os bliver ved at lede i plænen efter bedre tider. Skubber slæder, selvom vi ved at vi ikke har penge til det. For lige så snart vi har bare lidt, skal hele verden se det. Det er det samme folk, de stiger på.
Men jeg har intet at sige. Hver gang jeg tror folk de har ændret sig lidt, er der ikke noget nyt, for det er slet ikke det samme, hvor det står. Der hvor jeg kommer fra, er det tætheden, der binder lortet sammen, både der bringer skam og bliver
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes our event.
And thank you to all the participants
Thank
from the
you.
European Space Agency station. We are now resuming operational audio communications.